It's just an exciting weekend. You know, it's one of the reasons that make playing at South Carolina, coaching at South Carolina, and playing at Clemson, and coaching, I'm sure, at Clemson is to be involved in this rivalry is quite an honor. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for our fans, obviously, of both schools, and it's certainly a lot of fun for the players of both teams and programs. It's a rivalry that's built on great tradition, great success by both programs, and it makes for a fun 3 days. We're excited about it. There's a big challenge in front of us with how good Clemson is, but it's also a great opportunity, and we're looking forward to getting the series started tomorrow night.
What excites you the most about playing Clemson?
Well, I just think you have incredible atmosphere, energy. You know, the kids are playing as hard as they could possibly play. There's mutual respect with both programs. We have respect for Clemson, and I think it's mutual. And you know, it's two great teams, two great programs, two great histories, two great fan bases that are very vocal in the stands, and makes it a very unique college baseball atmosphere, and we're very fortunate to be a part of that.
Chad, what was your reaction when you found out that Brandon was transferring?
You know, it was disappointing, and you know, and we wish Brandon well. He's a great kid and certainly a talented player, and you know, and he just wants to start anew and you know, get started and trying to find the right place for him, both from a football standpoint and baseball standpoint, and we're going to do everything we can to support him. And I've enjoyed him immensely, like I said in the quote yesterday. I love having the chance to be around him, and I'm certainly going to be a big fan of his from this point going forward.
How hard is it to try to do what he was doing as far as playing both sports? I know it seems like a lot of guys, but several guys have tried that. It seems to be really hard.
It's you know, I had never tried it at this level, so I really wouldn't know, other than you don't see a whole lot of success at a high level in both venues. So it's or both sports. It's obviously an incredible challenge, and it takes a rare elite athlete, and he's certainly capable of doing it and performing at a high level in both sports. It's you know, sometimes in baseball, as well as I can't really speak for football, but you know, patience is required, and a lot of reps you have to get a lot of reps. You have to get a lot of at bats, and you know, and that was tough for him to get here.
Did he indicate to you that he was thinking about transferring, or were you pretty surprised when he made that decision at the timing?
Now, and this is going to be the last I said. I put out a statement yesterday, but listen, when you coach for 20+ years, kids transfer. It's so I would never say any particular kid is a surprise or not a surprise. Brandon wants to play, and I respect that part of it. And you know, and we're going to wish him well, and he's going to play. He's going to have a great career in whatever sport he chooses. If he continues to do both, I feel like he can do both at a high level. I'm going to be a big fan of his and cheer for him in a big-time way, and hopefully help him and support him any way I can if he ever needs me. That being said, you know, he's made a decision to start anew, and we're going to support him, and that's all we can do. And I'm a big Brandon McElwain fan. All right.
How will you tell your pitchers to approach Seth Deer this go-around?
Well, he's obviously the best hitter in college baseball, and you know, got to be extremely careful. And you know, if we have to walk him 4 or 5 times, we'll walk him 4 or 5 times. You know, I have the utmost respect. There's not a better hitter in college baseball, and you got to be extremely careful in the way you pitch to him, if you choose to pitch to him at all. And you know, I can tell you, we're going to pitch to him delicately for sure, and if we pitch to him at all. And but we'll see. We have the utmost respect for him. He's a great player, and what he's accomplished is incredible. And we got to try to limit the opportunities for him to put the bat on the ball. And if that means throwing him in the dirt or throwing him on the backstop, then maybe that's what we'll do.
What do you say to your team about to get them ready to play Clemson, or do you have to say anything? Do they already know how big this is and the magnitude of the rivalry?
I don't have to say anything. I hope I don't have to say anything to my kids, no matter who we're playing, but especially this one. You know, one of the reasons why our kids come to South Carolina, and I'm sure Clemson kids go to Clemson, is to be a part of this rivalry. It's a big recruiting tool. We use it as a recruiting tool. I'm sure Clemson uses it as a recruiting tool. It's a very unique environment when it comes to college baseball. So there's nothing that I have to say, or any of our coaches have to say about getting fired up to play this series. This is one of the reasons they come to school here. And like I said earlier, our kids and our coaches and our staff and everybody associated with our program are very, very fortunate to be a part of this rivalry.
Are
Coach,
you
what
generally
can
pleased with the way you're playing going into this series?
Yeah, I've got no problems with my team. We've played a challenging schedule, and I'd like to have one game here or there that we kind of let slip away. But it's a long season, and we're still trying to find out who we are. And but I like the makeup of our team. I like the way our team's built, and I think we have a high ceiling to be a great team. We got to go play well, and while we might seem a little bit as a work in progress right now, I think down the road this could be a special team. But we got to play each and every day and try to continue to improve and have the right attitude and right camaraderie and right mindset in the locker room. If we have all those things, we can do really good things. But if we don't play well and we don't play behind our pitchers and struggle defensively, it might be a struggle from time to time. And but all in all, I love my team. I love my kids. They've worked extremely hard, and they're a talented group that has a chance to have a special season.
You feel like you've got that starting 9 a little bit more locked down after this week?
I got more than 9 that can play, so I don't know if we're just going to play 9 all 3 games or not. There's some matchups that we can put in there, and have some right-handed hitters and left-handed hitters that might can match up with who they're throwing, and obviously they'll throw 2 lefties the first 2 games, and so we'll see. I hadn't made up a decision yet in regards to that. I love the way we played on Tuesday, and love the way we swung the bat and the balance that lineup had. With that being said, Danny wasn't in there, and he's gotten off to a good start for us, and we've Justin Rose had some big hits for us and some big at bats for us as well. So we got more than 9 that can play, but we'll only put 9 in there tomorrow.
Coach, what can you learn about this team in terms of how they handle the stage? You talked about the big-time atmosphere and the rivalry. What can you learn about your players early in the season about how they can handle a moment in a series like
Well,
this?
you just hope that they can keep their composure. It's handle adversity. We talk about that stuff all the time. Everything's not going to go our way. There's going to be a moment in time in which we have to handle a tough play, a bad call, or whatever. That's just part of playing baseball, and I'm going to learn a lot about them in regards to, emotions will be high. So, when something bad happens and adversity strikes, how you respond to that adversity is something I'm looking forward to seeing how we respond to that. And because it's coming, and it comes with playing great opponents, and it comes with playing in atmospheres that they're going to face this weekend. So, I'm excited about the team that we're going to put on the field, and obviously it's a great challenge in front of us, but. And we're just going to go out there and try to do the best we can and have fun with it. If you can't have fun in this rivalry, it's hard to have fun on a baseball field, and that's the attitude that our players are going to have.
I know you guys don't like to let the series define your team or your season because you got a long way to go, but you've been on both sides, winning the series, and now you've lost a couple of them. So how is life different in the aftermath of winning or losing the series?
Well, I think you just have to keep it in perspective, and why it is a very, very big series that we want to win badly. It's not. If we lose it, it's not going to define our season, and I don't think it's going to, regardless of what happens, it's not going to define Clemson's season. I think they put it on us pretty good here, 19-6 one year, and a few months later we won the national championship. So it's a big series for March, and it's obviously because of who the opponent is and the rivalry that's involved. It's huge. But that being said, there's a lot more games to play after this one, and I think it's important for our team and our kids, when the dust settles on Sunday, to keep it in perspective, win, lose, or draw, and work on getting better and get excited about playing Tuesday when the series is over.
Is it comforting knowing you have 3 pitchers that have pitched in this rivalry, pitched on the big stage before going into a series like this?
Well, yeah, and I think they have one too, so it's not, they got a great pitching staff, and their strikeout to walk ratio is incredible, and they got some pitchers that can really throw it as well. That's what makes it a great matchup, and our kids have experience, and they have a sense of maturity about them, and they've been in some big games before too, so that's what's going to make it a special weekend, to see how those kids respond. And I'm not worried about Clark or Will or Adam or our bullpen. They've pitched in some big moments, but their guys have pitched in big moments too. So it's going to come down to who pitches a little bit better, who makes the plays behind them, and who gets those big 2-out hits with runners in scoring position.
Do you like playing this series at 3 different venues?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I think it's neat, and that makes it unique. It's another unique part of the rivalry, and all the venues are great facilities with great fans in it and great atmospheres, and I think that's pretty. I think it's pretty cool. And I think in the past, it's when I first got here, it was, I think We played 4 games, and it was spread out over the course of time. And I like it, having it one weekend, and you get done with it and play your tails off, see where you stand, and pull yourself back up off the mat and get ready for the rest of your season. And if you can put yourself in the postseason, who knows, you might have to play each other again, and we've seen that as well.
For the younger guys that never played a road game, what do you tell them going into this weekend?
You know, it's baseball. You know, what's going on between the white lines is it's the same sport they've practiced and prepared for. Nothing changes in regards to that, and if we're not mentally tough enough to remove some of the distractions that take place outside the white lines, then I don't know if we have tough enough kids. So there's not much I have to say. They understand. I mean, they see the videos. They watch the games on TV. They understand what's coming, and it's a baseball game. Go play, have fun, and play your tails off and play the right way, and have respect for the game and your teammates and the opponent, and hopefully it's good enough to win a series. But we're playing an awfully good team.
Is it sort of a weird dynamic, though, that even though South Carolina and Clemson is recognized as perhaps the #1 rivalry in all of college baseball, and you guys are 2 biggest schools in the state, it's Coastal Carolina that's wearing the national championship rings right now. So is that sort of is it a sense that you guys are chasing Coastal, or is it just you guys are 2 best schools in the state and that's the way it's going to be?
I don't know. We won 2 national championships. I don't know if we're chasing anybody, but there's a lot of great teams in this state. That's what makes this state great. I mean, it's College of Charleston's awfully good. Obviously, we respect Coastal Carolina, and what they did last year is phenomenal. They're the defending national champion, but we're playing against Clemson this weekend, and who won? You know, whether we'd won the national championship last year or someone else, that's irrelevant. It's Clemson against South Carolina, and a great atmosphere, great rivalries, great traditions. You know, Clemson's baseball tradition is very, very tough to match by anyone as well, the number of games they've won and the trips they've had to the College World Series. So I think that's what makes this rivalry great is we've been to Omaha a few times. Clemson's been a lot. We've been a lot. There's 2 great baseball programs, 2 great schools, 2 great fan bases that get to battle it out on the field 3 straight days, and that's what makes it fun.
When you're making out the lineup card on Friday night, do you look more at matchups or more at experience, or what do you kind of lean on when you're putting out the lineup at Clemson?
Well, you know, experience is a part of it. You know, you got to have a sense of maturity, and you got to feel good about how kids are going to handle the environment. You know, I got an older team in a lot of the positions, but there's a number of different ways to look at it. But matchups are important. You play the numbers a lot when you look at stats and that sort of thing. But you know, I mean, come on, we know who our position players are. I got 11 or 12 of them that I feel comfortable putting in there, you know, to start tomorrow. And I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do in regards to that. But we're putting an experienced pitcher on the mound. We got an experienced bullpen behind him, and you know, we'll just go out there and do the best we can and see where we stand. And you know, I like our team. I'm sure Coach Lee and Monty loves his team, and that's what makes this thing neat and special. And like I said, I mean this sincerely. We're very, very fortunate to be a part of it. Our state is very, very fortunate that they get to observe it. It's a very unique thing, and to have the crowds and the fans involved in it, and the press and the media, and the, you know, it makes it's a special event. It's great for college baseball, and that's what makes it fun for us to be a part of it.
Chad, how much does it help that you guys have already played in some tight games this year, going into a weekend that you're likely to see some one-run games? Yeah, you hope, you know, that we're prepared for that, but you know, we have some older guys that have been in one-run games before. They do too. You know, it's going to come down to who plays better, and that's what, you know, sometimes when you're way more talented in a team, you can not play well and still win, and that's not the case this weekend. You got 2 evenly matched teams, and it comes down to who plays the better brand of baseball, who pitches and who catches it, and who gets the big hits with runners in scoring position. That's what it's going to come down to. And I think they have the personnel to, you know, to play in one-run games. I think we have the personnel to play in one-run games. It comes down to who plays better.
In terms of winning the series, considering that they have Crawl going on Saturday, and they kind of feel like he's their swing pitcher in terms of getting them a win, does that put pressure on winning that game Friday night against Barnes and knowing you're going to face Crawl on Saturday?
Well, Crow's pretty good too, and you know, and Hill's pretty good on Sunday. So that's the neat thing about the rivalry too. And this weekend is they're going to throw 3 really good pitchers, and we're throwing 3 really good pitchers. You know, I don't look at it and take it one game and one pitch at a time. And we're going, you know, we're playing on the road tomorrow. So generally when you play on the road in the series, you're the underdog. So, we got nothing to lose tomorrow. Let's go out there and see if we can try to win. They're playing at home. They're the favorite, and then we go to neutral on Saturday, and they'll have Crawl and we'll have Crow. Great matchup, and so it's one game, one pitch at a time, and let's just try to win the first one, and if you don't, the series ain't over, and the season ain't over. So it's the beautiful thing about baseball. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.